My name is Daniel Darwin.
My name is Julia Nebrija is the full name.
I'm otherwise known as Astro Boy. I hula hoop on fire for a living, and I do theater, and I live in Manila.
I'm transitioning more into how arts and culture transforms our city. And I've found my home in Malate. As someone who never had a home, that has been one of the most special things to me, I think, is like I'm part of something. That's my favorite part about being Filipino.
The title of our podcast is called In Fairness. In Fairness as a phrase is completely, I think, individual to Filipino culture. It's like an English phrase that is Filipino.
It starts off like the traffic is terrible and like, you know, the pollution is bad and it's difficult sometimes, but like in fairness, I love it.
In Fairness with Julia and Daniel.
Otherwise, like no one's gonna know that like you like what's going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't have like feedback by audio feedback.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to In Fairness with Daniel.
And Julia. Thanks for being here today.
Julia, how was your week?
My week was really, really fucking intense.
Yeah.
Like so intense.
Yeah, my brain, I think, grew in size like 4 times this week.
4 times?
Like 4 times in size.
Oh, I thought you meant like it had
like
4 points in time.
4 occasions.
Yeah, on 4 occasions it expanded.
Yeah, it like bleeds out my nose now at random.
Oh my goodness.
This week was super intense.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, it was the peak of Mercury in retrograde, which we believe in very strongly here in the Philippines in general. Do you want to talk a little about Mercury?
Yeah, Mercury is this like planet, and every now and then it goes in retrograde, and it fucks shit up, basically.
Basically, everything
I don't know
that
anything.
should go.
I don't know anything about astronomy.
Well, no, but I mean, so essentially everything that's in balance goes backwards, right?
Yeah,
so
because Mercury is like the
becomes-
dude with the wings on the feet. And so he's like the messenger god, so he's in charge of communication.
Yes.
So when the planet of Mercury like is in reverse alignment to like our planet, communication and traveling is all fucked up, which is why this whole month traffic has been an absolute disaster.
Yeah, minus that there's 14 road construction projects, but also because of Mercury in retrograde, as
And
we like to believe.
Miscommunication,
right, and
as well.
Communication is also off, minus the fact that we just have the worst internet in the world. So,
yeah.
But we blame it on Mercury.
And
so
of course,
we
like
should probably just, if symbolically pour one out.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll symbolically pour one to Mercury. Mercury.
Sorry.
This round, you were a little bit harsh. We forgive
Mercury,
you, and we give sacrifice to you.
In the ass with a chainsaw this time around.
But you know, in fairness.
In fairness to you, Mercury.
In fairness to you, Mercury, I was able to get a massage, have a facial, see a movie in a really, really nice cinema, which was quite enjoyable.
What cinema?
I think I was in SM, but the one I went to recently that blew my mind was in the Fort, and it's like a life-changing experience, floor to ceiling, like screen.
IMAX?
Not even IMAX, floor to ceiling screen, and like Dolby surround sound, whatever. It was unbelievable.
Did the chairs move?
Full lazy boy.
No.
Full lazy boy
way.
and unlimited popcorn.
Amazing.
Which is why I look ginormous today. I don't know what happened.
It's perfect.
I think it's the colors. I'm not sure. The fact that we haven't slept in a week. The fact that we haven't done any nutrients besides like beer and vodka.
You look great. You're just wearing horizontal stripes on TV, which is like apparently a rule. Isn't that a rule?
I thought that was a rule to be skinnier.
No, man.
No? Okay.
No, vertical stripes make you thinner. Or in Garfield's case, a watermelon. But like... like...
What do you mean?
It's from a Garfield strip.
Oh, okay.
But anyways,
all right.
Yeah, horizontal stripes make you look like fatter. Basically.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that. So, lesson to all of us ladies out there.
It's cool. Look
horizontal
what I wear.
stripes make you look larger. We tried to move the couch back already, but
we're just making ourselves smaller.
But they keep zooming in. So like they keep finding me no matter where I am. It's
like running for the hills.
Let me stay small.
Jesus Christ, leave me alone.
Just let me stay small. My bangs make my hips look big.
Yeah. It's not you. It's not you.
Anyways.
So we survived Mercury in retrograde. Things that got fucked in Mercury in retrograde. Well, we fucked up because we planned the biggest event that we've ever done, that I've ever done. The biggest, honestly, the most stressed I've been probably in my whole life, because more people were counting on me last week than any other time in my life.
Yeah.
And we planned it for the height of Mercury in retrograde.
Yeah, so no more taking...
The height.
So lessons learned, you should not take any business during retrograde. Don't make any big decisions during Mercury in retrograde.
Yeah. Like
don't,
if someone comes up to you and is like, hey, I want to do a project on such and such a day, and you like astro Google it, and it's like the height of Mercury in retrograde, like you call them up and you're like, no, you're a dickhead.
Yeah, and be like, no, just hard no.
No, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah. Things that got us through Mercury.
Each other,
Love. Obviously. There was a point yesterday during my massage which Daniel and I needed to bring up, which was that I was audibly enjoying myself with... She
was like getting a massage from the waist down because she was exhausted. And the guy was like, she was like this. And the guy was like not into it. Like, no one who ever comes to your home to massage you is like really into it. Have you ever had someone like show up at the door at like 11:30 at night and be like, hello, sir, and like let's do this? Like, they always like show up and they're like, hello, ma'am, sir.
I used to have an issue with the masseuses coming to my house. Okay, again, this is like very privileged problems. Yeah, this is very privileged problem. But okay, I rely on these home service massages to like get me through a lot of things. And I used to put, I don't like having aircon on because then it's like it's too cold, so it's like a nice warm room. Then I like light some candles, like put some music, and like after a while, the masseuse would just be like you would feel her like massaging you, and then it'd just be like. She's like asleep. She's like so asleep because she's been working like a 24-hour shift.
Yeah,
or
right.
Something
it's like
ridiculous,
her 18th hour.
Right. So then like you just like
massaging.
get up and like pull like a blanket over her, and you're like just take your time. Like
you're just like spoon with her.
Yeah.
You're like, I just want to be held.
I'll get it for. We'll just do a 2-hour session. You can sleep for the other hour. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yesterday I was just getting this massage. I was so hungover. First of all.
Yeah.
And then I was because we didn't like eat for 2 days, and then I proceeded to like go straight to the drag club, which was phenomenal. I don't regret a single second of it. But the next day was a little bit rough. And Daniel was there. Was that like technically? It would have been a couples massage if you had also gotten a massage.
Yeah, but instead, like, you know what I was doing? I was downloading porn.
No, you were not.
I was, because I don't have internet in my apartment, and Carlos's internet is really good. So I was like, well, the festival's over, so I'm gonna download porn. And so the whole time you were getting massaged.
That is horrifying.
I was torrenting porn.
That is horrifying. I hope they find you and they charge you for illegally not paying for porn.
Dude, whatever. It's all amateur shit.
I take that back. I take that back. I don't wish that. I don't wish that.
I don't wish that upon you either.
Well, now I can't segue into what I want to segue into, which is what got us through Mercury. Well, we have to start with kittens. Can we see the kittens?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so what happened was, Julia got a massage yesterday, and then I was super down for a massage today, but instead I got 3 kittens.
Oh my God, they're so cute.
Aren't they so cute? Look at their blanket,
I can really only see one of them, but...
Do you see it? Take special note of their badass blanket.
Yeah, what is that blanket?
It's demon skulls. My mom got me a leather wallet, and it was wrapped in that.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was like, Mom, that's pretty intense.
Especially for your mom to get skulls.
It's gonna be like motorcyclist skulls.
I thought it'd be wrapped in Jesus paper.
So my band is gonna be named Skulls and Kittens now.
I feel like that's like a brand at Spencer's already.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah. It's like
Urban Outfitters. It's like Urban Outfitters.
That's like suburban punk. That's like suburban punk.
Yeah, so I have these 3 kittens. I've never had kittens before. They arrived. They were like in a sack, of like plastic by a trash can. And my friends Karina and Rames found them. They were like in Legazpi Park, next to a trash can, and but they have 2 cats, so they couldn't take them.
I feel like you would not be finding abandoned cats in Legazpi. Like that
no, that's
seems
exactly
like you
where they
not,
found them. And they're like 4 to 6 weeks old, so like they had been fed, and then the owners were just like, "Me, I don't want you anymore," and they just like left them.
The underground of Legazpi Park.
Yeah, man, right?
Legazpi Park is the it's in the center of a Makati business district where a lot of wealthy people live. So that's the same Legazpi Park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like some rich person was like, I don't want any more cats. And like, take care of it. Yeah. And then the guy was like, I don't know what to do with these fucking kittens, and just like put them,
Yeah.
was like, all right, bahala na. Like,
oh my God.
And yeah, but anyways, they found them, and so I'm like not equipped for cats at all. So like, I had to like delouse them. Like, they're covered in fleas.
So Daniel was late to our taping today, like earlier, because he was delousing his cats. Yeah. And then he got here and he was like, well, I can't stay very long because my cats are at home.
Yeah, and they're in that thing. Like, I left them here. That's how much I love you, Julia. I potentially killed 3 kittens.
I don't think you left them food.
Yeah, no, I left them food and a blanket and stuff. I think
and like they're in aircon.
I'm just like an overprotective
they're doing better than a lot of people at the moment,
day.
I feel like.
So I guess we both have like little infants in our lives now.
So can I have cutest baby ever? Oh my God. That is my new nephew.
He's so
cute. This is what got me through the last. This is what I'm saying, right? Like, Mercury in retrograde.
Wait, we're talking about the monkey, right?
What? Motherfucker. No. So, I mean, we're talking about Mercury in retrograde, all these things that happen during it, and then it's like whenever things are going bad, you blame it on Mercury, but then at the same time, when like beautiful blessings, like this baby tarsier of a boy, like are born in the height of Mercury, and you're just like, okay, like fuck all of that astrology, and like the stars aligned and birthed this. Well, I mean, my brother and the girlfriend aligned, but like the stars came together.
The stars helped.
And look at this baby, and look at that Filipino nose.
Yeah, look at his like
He's got the little Filipino nose.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was actually trying to find like a little baby outfit that said like proud Pinoy or something like that, even though he's going to be a quarter, because like my brother and I are both half, and the girlfriend is fully white, so I guess he's only a quarter. But wouldn't it be so cute, like a little jumper that has like a pie chart and it's like 1/4 Pinoy or something? Like, I don't know. I mean, but I couldn't find anything. I went to SM.
No, you'll have to try to find. I know how to screen print.
I went to SM to try to find like a baby outfit, and in the Cultura section where they have all of the like handmade things, which is whenever I'm doing pasalubong, which is once you realize you're Filipino, getting pasalubong is like a requirement. It's like a rite of passage. I have now 3 suitcases when I travel anywhere, because like you cannot leave anyone out of bringing a present back from somewhere, going to somewhere, coming back from that place that you went to. Yeah. It's kind of exhausting, but it's also really nice when you do get a present. I kind of like it. I kind of like the pasalubong culture.
I really like it in theory. I never do it. So what I've done is in the last 2 years, I've just started sending emails weeks in advance before I leave to my relatives and friends. It's like, listen, I love you. I'm traveling with a backpack. Fuck your pasalubong. You're not getting it. You're not getting anything.
Nothing? You don't
You're
get
getting
anything?
nothing. I get something for my brothers because they're related to me, and his wife, and my parents, maybe. Oh
my God. So the other day,
if anyone else, I'm just like, I'm sorry, you don't get a pasalubong. I have no space, and you have to pay for so much luggage now.
I know, and I have to pay for the pasalubong as well. Like, I mean, Leroy was trying to get dressed in my house. This is an artist that we work with, and he was trying to change. He was sweaty and wanted to change, and I was getting him all these shirts, and one of them was a Florida shirt. And he's like, what is this for? I'm like, oh, it's the pasalubong that I haven't yet given to my security guards for my last trip to the U.S. And
you like brought it all the way back, and you forget.
Yeah, the tricycle drivers all have like Florida shirts, which like I think that they just sell in Ukay or something.
Cool.
But whatever. I always try to like bring pasalubong. Anyways, couldn't find these baby shirts. All the baby shirts that they had are like essays about the Philippines. The baby shirt is this big. I mean, or like this big, right? And it's like the Philippines, 7,107 islands, founded in blah, 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 blah.
It's like all of these facts.
Like, it's like all these facts. Like, even if you have like a cute like butanding or something on the shirt, it's like, the butanding is the largest blah, 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 found in these regions. Like, there's like a map on the back, and then you flip the shirt inside out, and there's like more like text. It's just crazy. Like, it's a baby. It can't read. Why don't you just make it cute?
Yeah, but you gotta give the parents something to do when they're like, they can read it then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like not so into babies, but I just made a baby.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Did we talk about this yet?
No, we haven't.
Oh, man.
We haven't. We should probably wait. That's like a little bit.
Just go.
Yeah. I made a baby a couple of months ago.
Was it months ago already?
Yeah, man. In April, I went to Canada to visit two of my lesbian friends, and I jerked off into a mason jar every night, and then they used a giant syringe and they like shoved it up her, and then she got pregnant.
It's not really a syringe, right? It's like a
No, they took the needle off first. It's like a turkey
I would hope so. They're like,
I don't know how vaginas work.
Successful, yeah, apparently.
I just say, when I imagine a vagina, it's like a beautiful snowflake. Like everyone is different, and they melt on your tongue. I don't know.
Are you sure you're not straight?
We're going to talk about vaginas later in the episode.
Would you like to talk about vaginas now?
No. Sure.
Maybe.
Are we starting part one? Is that what you're filling our audience into? I'm filling
our audience into part one, which...
All right. Okay. So for part one of today's episode, Julie and I decided that we were going to talk about identity in advertising. Because that's like a thing, you know? Every ad wants to be sold. To sell, you have to appeal to who the person is, you know? Mm-hmm.
So going off that theory.
So since we moved here, Julie and I have taken like special interest in the amazing ads that you see around the city, especially on billboards, because actually very few cities still use billboards as like a major means of advertising, but because you spend like 4 hours a day in fucking gridlock traffic in Manila, billboard advertising is still like one of the major like forms of advertising, and all you see when you go down the street is Ann fucking Curtis. Like that's all you see. Yeah. And I really like Ann Curtis's face, but you get sick of it after a while. You know, it's like if all of Manila has Ann Curtis in every
I think
crack,
that she's surpassed Pacquiao at this point in time.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
No, she's surpassed in every single ad.
She may have surpassed like a few
Curtis.
Saints.
Yeah.
As well. She's like somewhere in between like a santo and a santa something, you know? Like
for sure.
And Ann Curtis, I'm sure she's great as a person.
Yeah, we don't know her personally.
If you're out there, I hope I get to meet you.
This is not a personal dig.
No, not at all. But can we see Ann Dur Arms, please? Can we?
Wait,
God? Look at that. Dare to bear your beautiful hashtag Ann Dur Arms. Do you know what my Ann Dur Arms look like right now?
Oh my God.
That's what an armpit looks like.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's what an armpit should look like.
Yeah.
On men.
Well, I mean, arguably on women too. I mean, have you ever let the sprouts grow?
Not
Julia?
by anybody's choice, but just inconvenience. And
right. Just like when you're like backpacking.
To things, yes.
So the thing about Ann Dur Arms is that like, why the fuck would you need your armpits to be white?
I don't know, really. I mean, I do appreciate underarms. It's just like it's so Filipino.
It's an amazing pun.
It's an amazing pun.
It's an amazing pun.
It's just
I love how her manager said yes to it.
Exactly. I want to be in the room when someone was like, "No,
so
I got it."
Yeah.
You know, and everyone was like,
and then brilliant. Plug it. Hashtag.
Yeah.
Then Ann's manager had to sit down with her and be like, "So Ann, so instead of no other tuna, we decided
I would take underarms over no other tuna. I just don't understand how no one feels that is like so ridiculously just about her vagina. Like it's just there's no other tuna. It's like.
Well, we know. I bet her vagina is as white as her armpits.
I mean, I guess we should hope so, because I mean, she has enough access to all of these things.
Yeah, no, that's true. Well, so what I want to know is like,
if you want to go fully white, like I think you should just go for the full gamut. Like it'd be weird if you like did everything else white and then like the one thing is like still super dark, you know? Okay,
so you're a big fan of bleaching everything.
No, I mean I'm not bleaching anything.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like if you're gonna bleach it, then like maybe go the whole 9 yards. Is all
so
I'm
points
saying.
to them. Yeah. Points to them. But anyways, this goes back to like a theme that Julie and I have picked up.
Yes. Oh, so meaning just let's finish that topic from earlier, or not finish it, but whatever. If the advertisers think that this is what we want to hear, right? Like they are only
they're going to give you what you're going to buy,
what they think we are going to buy. So what Daniel and I are fascinated about is how we can read what our identity is
as Manileños
through these advertisements. So if we were going to analyze ourselves based on these advertisements, it's to say that basically we are buying into this fully.
Right.
So they're not going to spend
exactly. They're not going to go.
A billboard on Edsa. I looked it up because I was like, what if I wanted to get a billboard on Edsa? Like I had this moment of like, maybe I'll just like.
I'm just going to make public art.
Yeah, I was like public art
on a billboard.
Put like an empty billboard on Edsa, be like so meta, right? So like. I did that and I looked it up.
Yeah,
one of those moments when you have those notes where you're like, oh my god, I have to like remember this for later. It's so brilliant. Like write it down right now. Yeah.
So how much are they?
200,000 at a minimum
per
month.
Man. That's like a small one too. Can you imagine those ones along the Plastic River that Bench always buys?
No, and that is that's a 1 month. It's a 1 year contract. That's a 1 year contract at 200,000 per month that you have to like buy into. It's like rent. You probably put like a down payment and like a 2 months upfront and like whatever. It's a lot of money. It's not. It's like big players.
So we're really interested in like what is worth.
Convinced that this is what we want to hear.
Yeah. What is that? That's like $1 million. That's 200,000 times 12.
Don't try to multiply.
Just do it.
Just don't.
20.
Somebody else.
2,400,000. Got it.
What was it?
Anyways, yeah, so that's like that. Okay, so what messages are popular enough or legible enough or receivable enough to spend 2.4 million pesos on? And one of them that I've been so fascinated by
is products that sell at sometimes 7 pesos a pop.
Yeah, like
right?
baby products.
Like baby products. Yeah. Not actually for babies.
And well, why not? Why not bleach your baby? No,
don't give them ideas because it might be brilliant. They might run with it.
So for me, I've always been really interested in whitening cream because my dad is white. He's as white as as
snow.
White can be. He's as white as snow. And I went to school with a bunch of white kids, even though I went to school in Antipolo. And I was treated like a white person because I'm half white and my nose looks like this, and I walked around with a bunch of white people. So what are you gonna do?
And secretly, if you would check any of Daniel's Throwback Thursdays, he dresses like an Abercrombie Aeropostale Backstreet Boy.
Yeah.
Puka shells.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Now I dress, like a rock. Like that.
Now
I dress in like super fancy clothes, but anyways, yeah. So and what was fascinating was that I wanted to be white growing up because I thought, I would see my friends getting treated so amazingly by everyone. We would walk through Santa Lucia East Grand Mall on Imelda Avenue, and my friends would get free access to movies. Like people would stop my friends and take photos of them, and I'm like, that bitch is like a C+ in my English class. Like, why is he getting photos taken with him? And so I don't know. I was like really interested in whiteness, and I kind of like paraded around Manila, like being, like flashing my whiteness. And then I moved to New York, and everyone was like, "Bitch, you brown." I was like, "I'm not brown. I'm half white," and everyone was like, "You're just brown, though." And I just realized like how arbitrary and how sort of complex being whiteness and brownness are. How they're kind of like in our heads, And so I think that in a lot of ways, the advertising industry here is, what's the word? Fucked up.
I was like, what's it gonna say?
Yeah, in like what it tells you you should do to your bodies. Like, because I have been.
Shit, you know what we forgot? We forgot the Dove commercials. So, but this is a really good example because one of Daniel's friends was visiting from New York, and I love Dove products. Like I love Dove deodorant, pretty much just that. But like I will.
No, their soap is really great. It feels like milk.
Their soap is really good. Like everything feels like milky and silky and whatever else they tell you. And the advertisements of Dove in the U.S. are solely about being your own woman.
Yeah, they're about not fitting
and
in
your own
about
color and like don't worry how you look because Dove will support you because you're beautiful no matter what.
Yeah. We love your unique
uniqueness,
fat body.
Every shade,
it doesn't matter,
every shape. We love you. Dove loves you. Dove is for you.
Because that's what American women want to hear.
Right, exactly. And then you come to Asia, and it's not just the Philippines. I was in Cambodia, Vietnam, all these places.
The whole region.
And it's like half of a face, and one is dark, and one is white, and it's like whiter. that's the side that you want to be. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And it's I mean, and it's amazing.
So it's not just the
if
Philippines.
those ads
it's
were produced by Dove, the same company in the States, they would be sued. They'd be sued immediately.
Exactly.
But
and so
here, people don't want to hear about loving their own body. People want to hear about being white because that's still such the ideal of beauty.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's not just
even when I get tan, like when I come back, I came back from Luwag, right? From doing this festival up in Luwag, and we were in the desert for like a month installing bamboo structures, and I was super dark. When I came back, everyone was like, "Oh my God, why are you so dark?" Like, "Oh, you got so dark," and it wasn't a good thing. You know? Whereas,
oh my God, look at me right now.
In the States, we're like baking outside for hours. Like, I will get to look like a Brazilian.
I know, right?
You know?
Like people who are born white are trying so hard to be dark. I mean,
so hard to be
look
dark.
at my tan right now. By the way, this is just like I just need to show this off. That's my.
serious.
This is my bag. I can't move in reverse. This is my bag strap. And then this is my other side. This is from walking around in the sun all day, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, now I love getting tan because it's like that's what your body does in the sun.
Yeah, it means
that's
that
what
you have
UV
a good
rays
time
do
or
to
whatever
you.
else. But all right, let's look at some more.
Yeah. So about that. So what I wanted to talk about are the different ways that whiteness is sort of presented in ads. So can we see the Glutamax ad, Kutis Mayaman? I love this.
God, you have to translate that.
I love this. Okay, so Kutis Mayaman for our American viewers and our European viewers, all of you out there.
We're so global.
Yeah,
really.
we're so proud of you guys. You know, Kutis Mayaman is this like amazingly complex Filipino phrase that means skin like a rich person, you bitch. Like Kutis Mayaman means rich skin. Rich is a multivalent word. It can also mean, you know, like, ooh, that's such a rich hue of orange.
Dynamic.
Yeah. But I think that it's pretty clear what they mean by Mayaman.
White is not the most dynamic color.
No, it's not. It's not very dynamic.
I think we can cross out dynamic from
color.
the list of things that it might be meaning.
Yeah, and so it's amazing. It's amazing because there's not actually nothing about whiteness in the copy here, but you have Gretchen Barreto, who is like very, very Hispanic, very, very white, and very, very gorgeous, you know, and she's sort of like splayed out, like, I don't know, Manet's Olympia, you know, like she's like, she's kind of like, it's very like, you know, French painting, you know, she's the classic ideal of beauty.
She's classic, she's very, very classic beauty.
And there's a part of me that is horrified, and there's another part of me that is like just fascinated by the ways in which the whitening industry can get away with something that blatant, like
so blatant,
skin like a rich person, bitches, like
max,
and if you
the max,
like glutathione max, bitches, because just bleach me, I'm hideous, you know.
You're so hideous.
And it's not just and it's not just her. Glutamax has this other one. Can we see the other Glutamax? Look at that. From ebony
amazing results
to ivory.
Call now. We'll throw in a free.
See the results.
A free. What do we throw?
Oh my God, Jinky Oda.
Free, I don't even know what.
I don't even know.
It's like, if you call now,
we'll throw in a free chain to wear around your neck to slavery.
Oh my God. Or
this is unbelievable to me. Yeah, right. I mean, her hair, everything.
Her
Jinky
hair
Oda,
straightened. She is like,
you know, she's clearly mixed race. She's clearly like
so many shades. Is that even her in the back?
That's her as she started.
Are you sure that's even her?
No, that has to be her. And then, but that's not what she looks like now. That's what she looks like after like 6 hours of photoshopping. Like nobody looks like that. Dead people look like that.
She looks like she died.
She's dead, actually.
That's actually
her.
She's dead. That's actually her, hopefully in heaven.
Can we Google if she's dead?
There's a frequently asked questions part there.
Okay, so we'll have to hit it up later.
We'll have to click that and
we'll get back to you guys next episode, but
dead.
I think Jinky Oda might actually be dead from whitening.
Yeah, reviews and comments.
So from ebony to ivory is hysterical because songs have been written about the needlessness of the comparison between ebony and ivory, you know?
It's so ebony to...
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
That song was originally supposed to be
about like the needlessness of racism.
Exactly, like empowerment and sort of like
about loving your black skin.
About like whether you are like, and this is using that
and this
phrase.
is like, oh my God, your dad was African American. You should probably bleach your skin, Jinky Oda.
Probably never tell anyone that your dad was black.
Yeah, probably just be ashamed of your brown skin because you're hideous and
brownness stays in the background.
Of colonialism.
White goes to
because
the foreground.
that's what actually this whole industry boils down to.
Yeah.
Is that somewhere along the line, about 500 years ago, some white people ran onto our shores in the Philippines and ass raped us, and they colonized us, and they told us that to be browner than them was to be too brown, and to be different from them was to be stupid and uneducated, and to be shorter than them was to be short. All of these different comparisons entered our lexicon through colonialism. And what's happened is after 400 years, I mean, if you live with your kidnapper for 400 years, I suppose over time, you'll come to learn their language. And the advertising agencies are just selling us this language. And we buy it because that's what happens to kidnap victims.
The sachets.
You fall in love with your kidnappers.
We are buying it by the sachets at
by the 7 peso sachet.
7 peso sachets, which is actually more expensive than if you bought the full bottle.
And I used to do this all the time. I used to hate my body for being brown. I hated it. I hated that I got
Didn't
tan.
you use like the papaya soap or something?
Oh my God, I had blue contacts. No. And my eyes rejected them too. Like they were like bright blue. And I was just like, well, Chad has blue eyes. So I'm just gonna wear blue eyes.
It's always Chad.
Yeah, it's always Chad. Oh my God, he was
so cute, wasn't he?
I loved Chad.
I kind of love Chad too.
Someday I'll show you a photo of Chad. Chad will be our background. Yeah. He's married right now with a beard, and he's like a lumberjack potter. Amazing.
Even better.
But anyways, he has bright blue eyes, and I wanted blue eyes, so I bought those Korean, contacts. But now they're sold here, and they're manufactured here. And they can make them really realistic now, but this was in like 2004, and it was like blue triangles.
Right after the Y2K
Yeah, with like my brown eyes behind them. And I like put them in, and my eyes rejected the thick contact. So it was like bright blue eyes and then red everywhere else. And I would go around being like, hi guys, like, how are you doing?
So much more attractive.
Which is clearly the ideal of beauty, And
swollen eyes. Swollen allergic eyes.
And it was everything too. I thought that my skin was too brown. I thought that my lips were too big. I thought that my nose was too flat. I thought that I was too short. I thought that my muscles were too small. I thought that my dick was too small. I thought that my belly button was too high. Like everything, it's not just Filipinos. I mean, the beauty products teach us to hate our bodies. But here there's like this amazing reliance on the white paradigm.
Yeah. Which is what we talked about earlier. We were looking through a lot of different advertisements, and that was one filter where we had to be like, actually, that could be anywhere. Yeah. I mean, beauty products sell you an image of whatever.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not like beauty products everywhere sell you what you want to think, what they think you want to think about yourself, right?
Right.
So that's universal, but specifically here, it's the whitening issue.
Here it's the whitening issue, but weirdly enough, whitening really just equals rich when you think about it.
Right.
Like, I mean, look at the Bella. Can you see the rich dicks?
Yeah, let's go.
Dicks.
Rich.
Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, so you did have one similar.
10% lighter, 100% more social.
100% more social.
10%.
Now, social is a very important word here in the Philippines because social, it signifies that you are from an upper class, that you've sort of, you are cultural, like part of a cultural echelon. You are. Basically, you're this guy in front of a house party, you have a new car, you have a good job, and anything that is sort of like upper crust can be considered social.
Exactly.
Here in the Philippines, and so 10% lighter gets you 100%. So that's like instant. Like what's it like that Mario game where you like get up? It's like pew.
Yeah, it's like you jump on the shroom.
Yeah, you jump on the shroom.
You take shrooms and then you're like.
Well, also that, but you jump on the shroom and you get to the higher level. It's like that little bit of effort, just 10% lighter, and you are 100% more.
And the thing is that I'm not actually sure that that's true in actual Manila society all the time, but it's true across the board with every single ad that you see.
Yeah.
So this is more just about the advertising agent industry, but look at the one on the right. It's like, if you have 10% lighter, you're 100% approved by people who golf. Meanwhile, have you seen the golfing courts in Intramuros? Because do you know what they're lined by? Is people sleeping on the ground.
Like, no, of course. I mean, it's like, it's totally, things right up against each other, but
juxtaposition.
Drink
your beer, baby girl.
Juxtapositions.
I can't talk about the advertising industry unless I'm getting drunk.
Right,
so.
but I mean, that's totally true, right? I mean, the golf courses here are the largest amounts of green space that we have, yet they are used by the fewest amount of people, right? Because only a certain amount of people can be members of these places.
It's like the 1%, man.
Yeah, the 1%. Not even the 1%. We have like a point, like, it's like 7 families, basically.
Yeah, right.
So it's like not even
it's like
1%.
the 7 family percent, man.
It's
and
the
the
7
thing is
family
that
percent.
I'm not in that 1%, right? My parents are missionaries.
Well, clearly, otherwise we would be
we would be
on the cover of a
we would be advertising for Bello right now.
My armpits would be, so
honestly,
white.
Honestly, Julia, growing up here, I was pretty goddamn close.
Yeah.
Just by virtue of being internationalized. You know, like I'm very much in the top 10%, but I still understand that that's so fucked up. Like that you're dealing with 100% of a population and you're selling them this inachievable idea that only 1% of the population has.
Well, papaya sip has a really good result, so it's not inachievable. But.
I love papaya. You know, it's a diuretic. It's like a very active diuretic.
So basically, you can get skinny and white at the same time. What's our next one?
Oh yeah. So it doesn't just. It's not just about class. Off? Oh yeah, go. So, can we see? Look at half of my. Oh, we're in the same.
We make one
frame.
Filipino.
Can we see the next ad that you have up? What's the next one? Ding Dong Dantes?
Oh, yeah,
it's not just women, because it's not just women.
It's not just women. It's not limited to women, which is so fascinating.
That one.
Yeah.
Man enough to know that regular soap isn't enough. And as it gets whiter as it goes down.
Yeah.
Men need Bello
too. So it's fascinating because I feel like a lot of these things in other countries don't make it to the men. It really gets isolated to the women. And here we have very clear examples where it's definitely also about men trying to fit certain ideals, whether it's muscles, whether it's height, whether it's whiteness, whether it's a certain type of dressing.
Right.
Like I see more preppiness here in men than I see in some southern states of the United States of America. Like you can walk on a Duke campus and like some of the guys here could like be on Duke's campus. Like it's the same.
They're like wearing they're
khaki.
We wear
slider. What do you call it?
Which doesn't make sense. I don't understand why we wear pants when we live on the fucking equator. I mean, it's like I'm sweating balls 23 hours a day. I sleep naked. Why do I not wear shorts all the time? You know? But very few people in Manila wear shorts. They wear pants and collared shirts.
Well, it's quite conservative. I think that has more to do with it than like trying to be Southern. But
I'm gonna wear boy shorts on the next episode just to inspire the people.
Are you tan enough for that?
I don't know. Well, that's
sorry. Let's go to our next one.
Yeah, no, but what I'm gonna say is that Bello is actually, Bello is amazing because it's not even just whitening. It's like it's plastic surgery as well.
Well, but Bello
and all of these men have started advertising for Bello.
Bello has made it into a medical tourism realm. Bello started because she modeled it, Vicky Bello modeled it after what was happening in Thailand, which was medical tourism for especially plastic surgeries and other alterations and things, non-invasive plastic surgeries. I don't know how that's like possible.
What does that mean?
It means like you can get like your fat burned without them like liposuction.
Like a scalpel.
Yeah, or like sort of this augmentation without
What do they like rub a gel on you? I don't know what it does.
I'm not sure, like voodoo or something. But
Botox is like pig skin enzymes,
yeah, so it's like
right?
they have Botox, but they have other stuff that's it's non-invasive. Anyways, Bello built her entire industry off of what do you call this? The medical and tourism industry. And so it's been doing extremely well. People are coming here and staying here in the Philippines just to have this Bello services.
That's amazing.
It's actually a big part of our
That's why
industry.
All of these hotels have started including plastic surgery outlets.
Sofitel has a plastic. It's not plastic. It's non-invasive, right? So, but this kind of beautification things. So it's. We're knocking it, right? But in fairness,
to Vicky Bello, girl, you are a marketing genius.
That is an industry. It is providing jobs, and you are getting people to come here to be vagina whitened.
Lactacid, please. look at like I have ventilation for my armpits.
There you go. What's best for us?
What's best for us?
I don't understand who is us in this situation. Is
what
it me
is
and her?
Best for us? Did you know that gay men are now getting their assholes bleached?
That happens everywhere, apparently.
Yeah, it happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. But women getting their pussies bleached and gay men getting their assholes bleached.
You know I don't like the P word.
Women getting their vaginas bleached.
Thank you.
And men getting their boy pussies bleached.
Okay. That flies.
It's fascinating to me because do you know what the function of a butthole is? Like why does it need to be white, you know? I don't understand
why the vagina needs to be white
either. They say it's about cleanliness, but the idea that white is clean is again wrapped up in this idea that white is beautiful.
That white is better.
That white is rich.
Yeah.
Kutis mayaman.
It's clinically proven, so I don't know.
And I just don't get it. It's like Stockholm syndrome to me. You know, like it's like
it is.
Americans are so confused all the time as to why we speak such good English here in the Philippines, right? Well, to me, it's like, well, it's because you colonized us, which is this like really nice word for like, you came into my house and you were like, this is not mine. And then you sat on me for 50 years. And while you sit on me and are talking, it's like, I'm going to learn your language, you know? But what's interesting is that somewhere along the line, we brought it into our own view of what beautiful is. And for me and Julia, who are on the longer end of that fucked up stick, because we're both half white and we're considered sort of beautiful here by virtue of being less Filipino than the rest of the people around me, which is so messed up to me. My whole time in Talantarong Pinoy, I couldn't understand why everyone was like, oh my God, you're so handsome because you're half white. And I was just like,
oh, can we have the 50%?
Yeah, can we look at that?
50%?
I mean, look at that.
This is an entire campaign based off of that being half Filipino and half something else is better than being just 100% Filipino. An entire campaign for a clothing ad that was like, what's your other half? Half is more beautiful.
Because
they had
you're
half
not
Filipino,
beautiful
half
unless
Australian,
you're a mix.
half Swedish, half German, half whatever. And this is just one that we happened to find. So this is not picking on this person specifically.
Because that's Ann Curtis's sister.
That just happens to be. I swear, I promise you, we were like,
we love the Curtises. Hashtag
yeah. It's not against these people specifically, but this is just one of like many advertisements that were 50% Filipino, 50% something else.
I spilled beer.
I know, I saw.
I'm sorry.
And so it was German, it was Danish, it was American, it was all of these, and it got knocked. That was the one ad that actually did get knocked by a lot of people.
Yeah.
That was one thing that did on social media get really knocked down and was like, this is not acceptable. You cannot say that half and half is better than 100% Filipino. So that was a really interesting campaign. I don't even know what bio, I guess it was, but yeah, that was a really, really clear example.
But what's so interesting to me is that it's like, when you go to the States, what makes me desirable, what makes me beautiful is that I'm half Filipino.
It's the other half, right? So it's like the fact that you're still half is interesting, but it's the other half that seals the deal.
So
it's you being half Filipino that is the more interesting part that make half.
Like we've spent 35 minutes shitting on the Filipino beauty industry because I think it's wrapped up in like our kind of colonial past, and I feel like I wish that people here would start not getting angry, but at least understanding what colonialism actually did to our mentality, like in a way that's open. I don't want everyone to become like nasty ass bitches to white people, but I would like people to start being like, hey, if I've been taught to hate myself for 400 years, like maybe I should start loving myself.
Yeah, and I think we are starting to see that in some areas, like very much where we're seeing that Filipino-made products. We're seeing that in sort of other types of like advertisements. We're seeing that in a lot of these like 100% Pinoy, proud to be Pinoy
I mean, I love DOT's new slogan. I love "It's more fun in the Philippines." I mean, it is, like.
So I think we are starting to see it.
To change, but
it's just that it's not enough yet for it to be a billboard on EDSA.
Yeah, exactly. It's a
homegrown grassroots alternative sort of. It's a response to all this madness that we are seeing. And I think we should probably...
I think work is being done, but it hasn't hit like the 7 peso sachet level yet.
It hasn't hit the 7 peso sachet level.
We wanted
because what that would be, honestly, the type of beauty product that I love, that makes sense for Filipinos and the Philippines and everything else, is like virgin coconut oil, which happens to be the most expensive thing in the United States.
Right, even though you have a shit ton of coconut.
It happens like 100% pure virgin coconut oil happens to be the most expensive thing in the States, and it's like the best beauty product ever. Put in your hair, you put on your skin, like you can. I
drank it.
I drank a bit. Sick. I got sick. You shouldn't drink it. I thought that it said you could drink it.
She's like, I'm gonna just drink this oil. 2 days later,
I was very dehydrated, and for some reason, I thought that don't drink coconut oil, but put it on your hair, put it on your skin, sniff it. Don't
do
drink
whatever.
It.
Just don't hate the way God made you, man.
Basically.
I got to a point when I was 18 years old, or not 18, like 20 years old. I cut my age down by 2 years. So I was 20 and I was looking into the mirror and I was just like, I'm so fucking sick of hating my body. Like, this is the only body I'm ever gonna get.
Yeah.
And it happens to be half white and it happens to be half brown. And if you're fully brown or fully white, who the fuck cares? No one is gonna love your body unless you do. And
or Dove.
Or Dove. or Dove.
Or Dove.
And so that I think is the final message that I want to leave you. But we should leave them with an ad. What's the last? Oh, can we see the Glutamax gay one?
This
is so good.
Really just does it all.
Whiter
and gay each day.
DJ Mojo Jojo.
I don't understand how pills will make you gayer. Because I feel like...
I think if it makes you whiter, I don't know if it should make you gayer. I don't know, maybe it's estrogen that they're pumping into these people.
But you know what? I feel like this, in fairness, has a really great twist to it, because it's like...
But you know what I love? I love the straight man in the background who's blurred out so that you can't see which artista this man has just slept with. Because you know that that's what this marketing campaign is all about.
But meanwhile, he's like some hot ST soy guy who's darker. Who's darker than the guy in the foreground. So like, I don't understand
doesn't matter because he's
what the message is. Is he also, oh, that's 89.9. That's not his weight. He didn't also lose weight. No, that's his FM station. Okay.
That's his, that's where he, no, but the point is that if you get white, artistas will sleep with you.
Or also if you are gay. And your wife doesn't know that you're gay.
No, and we should talk about that.
That'll be another episode.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much for joining us.
You've enjoyed our walk through the whitening industry.
Your vaginas are beautiful, just the way they are.
Love your pussies.
I don't like the P word.
Sorry.
Okay.
Vaginas.
Bye.
The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.